what's up? So, happy birthday to James Brown. He was born on this day back in 1933. The godfather of soul, one of the Mount Rushmores of not just R&B music, but popular music, period. Because let's be realistic. If he got a dime, and this is no exaggerate, if he got a dime for every time something of his was sampled, and I'm talking from head to toe, it could be his pompadour, it could be his cape, it could be his leg splits, it could be the way he cued his band, he'd be richer than Bill Gates. He'd be a billionaire because that's how influential and impactful James Brown was from head to toe. One of those guys that probably one of the 10 most influential artists ever. And impact, felt, music. When you look for 4/4 and time signatures in music, you see a picture of James Brown in any dictionary. I mean, he left a lasting impression. One of the greatest to ever do it. Godfather soul, hardest working man in show business, the whole nine. I mean, whatever name you want to give him. Footwork was impeccable. Timing was fierce. Guy could harmonize. He blended so many styles of music. Think about this. Hip hop comes along in the 70s, blows up in the 80s and onward. But you think about, you're talking 20 plus years removed, and his music was like the soundtrack and the beat for the hipsters, for people that was getting down and bumping. You had to have a James Brown beat. You had to hit them drums. You had to hit a lick. That was a JB. He was, that's impactful. And what I'm also admire about James Brown, he wasn't afraid to say, "I'm black and I'm proud." That's a lost art and a lost refrain right now. Strong brother who really was about trying to take the community, the uplifting. He has personal situations like we all do. But let me tell you something. That was some entertainment. That was how you hit it. That's how you hit it and quit it. I mean, he brought the flavor. He was the truth. He was the truth. And the thing is, I mean, it's so freaking amazing when you think about all the acts that sampled him, all the acts that looked up to him, and they crossed racial lines. But the thing about what I love about James Brown is this: he was black no matter what. Some acts got pop, crossed over, and they went like a slinky. They went all soft and meek on you, but he kept trying to bring that funk to you. He kept trying to bring that flavor to you. He did his thing. He had his own bag, and he truly, truly. That's what we talk about musical greatness. Too many times than not, there's some turkeys now who could call legends and geniuses and stuff, and I'm sitting up there like, who? Because I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what's one of them whack shows? I can't think of what it is. One of them whack music shows. And they called Alicia Keys a legend. And I wasn't even driving, but I nearly wrecked my car. I tell you, my knees probably just did like a double like cartwheel on their own. I was like, huh? Because you remember Fallen, her first hit, which jacked It's a Man's World. Go listen to it. But she had that Clive Davis. She had that turkey who can pay out of court. So she didn't get took for what she should have got took for. But she jacked It's a Man's World. That's a crazy impact when you think 2001, well, Alicia Keys, that's how she came out. And the ironic thing about that is that song was about 35, almost 40 years old. And it still was hitting. And of course, Christina Aguilera did it proper because she did it in a tribute and she tore it up. But it's just when you listen to his music, and you see his impact on so many walks of life. And I still remember when he got up there with Pop Right, and I was like, man. And James Brown, I'm telling you, he one of those cats that he could do it. He was something else. I mean, you gotta hold him in high regard because the musicality, the music spirit, the music soul, he was the truth. And he still felt to this day. You still feel it. He left a feel-good aura about what he was about. So I want to take the time because it's important that we remember the ones who paved the way and provided so much more than just the music. Because back in '68 in Boston, the Dr. King was assassinated. He held Boston together. He held the city down. That's a powerful brother right there. So show some love, put some respect by James Brown's name. So happy birthday to the Godfather. Always rest in peace. And feel free to leave comments, hit the subscribe button, and when the bell rings, that's my new video. And good God, I'm out.